code gen7.dev. Take your idea from zero to production in minutes, not months. In this guide, we'll take through steps to get started in 10 minutes, and in the next 20 minutes, you will understand how you will be generating ready to run Spring Boot APIs and Angular website in a flash. We will address 1. Prerequisites, that is Java and MySQL. 2. Configuring the setup and spinning the code generator on the local server, Apache Tomcat. 3. Generating your first Spring Boot API. And, finally, testing your Spring Boot API using Swagger documentation. Let's get started. Ensure that you have installed Java version 11 or above and MySQL version 8.0. If you are using a different database, kindly contact us for support. Find links to installing Java and MySQL in description. A copy of this tutorial has been made on our website at https://codegen7.dev Learning Center. We'll verify the need platforms are available. As you see, the installed MySQL is version 8.0 and Java version is 11. To download Apache Tomcat Server version 9, head over to Apache Tomcat page. The link is in description. If you are using Windows, you'll likely prefer downloading 64-bit windows.zip file. And, in Linux, you will download tar.gz archive. Install MySQL if not already installed from their downloads page. Link in description. To install Java, there are multiple vendors for JDK, Oracle and OpenLogic. Find link in description. Back to Tomcat. Go to Downloads directory where Apache Tomcat was downloaded. Unzip it with your zip tool. Some prefer WinRAR. I am using 7-zip. Unzip the code generator zip file you downloaded from codegen7.dev/download. You will find the two main files, the database initialization script file named codegen5.sql and codegen7.wa file. Open codegen5.sql in your favorite editor such as Notepad or Sublime Text or Visual Studio Code. I have opened my SQL workbench. You can see that I have two database instances. One runs on port 3306 and the other on 3307. For this demonstration, we'll use database running on port 3307. In this scenario, I'll launch the database server client by right-clicking on the connection and tap Start Command Line Client. In the terminal or command line, I enter the database password. Let's confirm that the database is not already existing. I then go back to the SQL file I had opened in Notepad, copy the entire script content, and paste into the command line of my SQL. After successful initialization, you can check the results by typing Show Databases. You should then see CodeGen 5 in the list. Now it's time to deploy the code generator application. But first, we'll have to unzip the downloaded Apache Tomcat archive file. After unzipping, optionally traverse down the directories. You will see a bin directory and a web apps directory. Now we'll copy the WA file from the unzipped CodeGen 7 dev local directory. Open Tomcat directories until you see the web apps directory. Open the web apps directory and paste the CodeGen 7.wa file you copied. Then traverse one step back and open the bin directory. In this bin directory, you will see startup.bat, shutdown.bat. Use them to start or stop the Apache Tomcat server in Windows. In case you are using Linux, their counterparts are named the same, but their extensions end in .sh. You can open the command line by pressing Ctrl-L on your keyboard and type cmd. Then type startup.bat to start the server. Alternatively, you can start the server by just double-clicking the startup.bat file in Windows. In Linux, your only option is to open the type and go the terminal way. Your default text editor will pop up opening app.properties file for you to modify. Change the database connection details accordingly. Recall that my database server is running on port 3307. My username and password for DB are both root. After saving the modifications, close the file, head over to the terminal/cmd for the bin directory of the server. Type shutdown.bat or close the Tomcat server terminal that had popped up. Then restart the server by typing startup.bat. Alternative is to double-click startup.bat in the File Explorer to start up the server. This time, the app should run successfully. We are going to open our browser. I'll use Google Chrome. It's very fresh and unused. I'll skip most of these recommendations and head over to our fresh new tab. To access the Code Generator app, type in the address bar, localhost // 8080/CodeGen7. In the new tab, access the Code Generator app by typing in the address bar, localhost // 8080/CodeGen7. If you see this screen, congratulations dev. You have succeeded the setup and are now very ready to generate real projects. This generator provides you the facility to generate codes for Spring Boot APIs, Drop Wizard API, Angular from version 14 onwards, Java Servlet/JSP web application, Java web application with Bring Your Own HTML template, baked with Bootstrap CSS and jQuery for Ajax. Congrats! In case you require support for the technologies that are not listed, drop us a message at our site or via email support@codegen7.dev. Let's get started now with generating first app. We'll use a sample schema, eShop_DB, that houses 3 tables: employee, product, and product photos. This schema can power a simple e-commerce application. I'll describe each table in the terminal to give you an enhanced view of their details. We'll cover entity designs in another video, but that will be for another high-value project. Hopefully you now have a better view of the application we'll generate. Let's now create an app in CodeGen7 Local that will map this schema and provide us the facility to generate code projects in specific frameworks such as Spring Boot and Angular. In the landing page, from the sidebar, click Create Project. Fill the form appropriately. Project name. Type your preferable project name. Here I enter eShop. Enter your description. Enter the exact database name. Remember that CodeGen schema should be residing in the same database schema as the project you wish to generate code for. Enter the username and password for your database credentials. CodeGen stores these to itself and does not display them afterward. After you are done, click Proceed. CodeGen7 automatically captures the structure of your schema and presents you the entities for auto creation. The entities are henceforth referred as models. This is the project's dashboard. From here, you can explore your code in the pre-selected Java and Drop Wizard facilities. Edit the model names to fit name that suit your needs, and most importantly, generate code projects for Spring Boot and Angular. Let's now generate our first actual production-grade project. Click the Generate Spring Boot API. provide the name of your project as a single word. Then, in the source folder field, leave it as src/main/java. Then in the package name or group ID field, enter a package style format of your preference, like com.companime.systems. That will finally give us a root package like com.companime.systems.eshop. Click Proceed after you are done. The project has now been generated into your file system. Navigate to the printed directory of where your project has been generated using File Explorer. Next, we'll import the project into the IDE. Spring Tool Suite is our choice. From this project's directory, you can see it's a Maven project. It's ready to import in Spring Tool Suite. Besides Maven, you could initialize your project using Spring Initializer, link in description, and copy the entire SRC directory into your new initialized projects directory. The code is compatible in all cases. Only the dependencies might need to be resolved. Let's start Spring Tool Suite IDE. Choose your workspace directory. You go with the defaults and click Launch. UIDE might take some time to load depending on whether it's your first time or constraints by your computer hardware. The IDE has now launched. We'll proceed to import an existing Maven project. Copy the path of the project that was printed in CodeGen 7 local and paste it on the path of project to import. You should see. CodeGen 7 local stores your generated projects in your documents directory. For Spring Boot projects, they will be stored in codegen_spring_ps directory. Here, the IDE is resolving dependencies by pulling them from Maven repository. It might take some time if you have never worked on these kind of project before with Maven and depending the strength of your internet connection. Head over to the Properties file and proof it. Ensure that data source references the schema for your project, eshop_db in our case, and the database username and password. You might want to change the port that your API will run on. In our case, it's port 9090. Launch the API using the boot dashboard, located at the bottom left panel. Double-click Local. You'll see eShop, and click on the Play button under the Boot Dashboard tab. As you can see, our project has successfully started. Now we can access the API using Swagger documentation that comes configured out of the box by our team. Open a new tab and type localhost 9090/swaggerui/index.html. Congratulations, developer. You've made so far here. Now you can interact with your API and even integrate with your front end of choice or with other projects or microservices. We developed CodeGen's solution to address pain that developers face when starting new projects. We traveled that lane. Sometimes we lost hope and courage to continue with projects. At the end of the day, we had piles of projects started but never completed. Lost dreams, lost efforts. Since we completed developing this tool, we have since brought ideas to life in minutes and never months anymore. We revived old and worthy dream projects and successfully delivered them. Our clients were happy. We hope this tool brings you success in your projects, too. But instead of hoping, just drop us a message, and we'll support your success. Thank you for watching us and choosing CodeGen 7 as your coding partner. In case you have an idea but not sure how to make it to a working app, contact us today. Happy coding!